everybody, and welcome again. We are in parashat Reeh, and this week is a very special week, as the end of this week is the beginning of the months of Virgo, the months of Elul, the months that when we start to go back in time and correct whatever we need to correct. The reason for that correction is basically that we have a fresh start for the next year. That's why in the end of that correction months, it's called Elul, starting in this Friday, ending up a day before Rosh Hashanah, that's a 30-day chance to go back in time to correct whatever need to be corrected. And then Rosh Hashanah, that coming right after that, of course, join me on Rosh Hashanah in New York. The name of the parashah is called Reeh. Reeh means lirot, to see. And the idea is that we need to understand what is that you need to see. What are we missing? Is there is something we're missing that we actually have to give some attention, more awareness about things around us that we are missing. And the question is, why we're missing it? I mean, if it's there, why are we missing it? Well, like everything else in life, five senses not always giving you the full picture. We need more. It's not just the sixth sense that will give you the whole picture. We need to have basically an understanding that this life is built from physicality and spirituality. The physical things can be seen by the five senses, by the eyes. You can hear it, you can see it, you can touch it. But then there is a thing that more relate to the soul, to spirituality. Those things will not appear through or with the five senses. We need to use different tools, which is mostly working on ourselves. When I say working on ourselves, diminishing the controls of the body consciousness, then allowing the soul to come into expression. Because if it will be only the body, then that Reeh that we are about to read this week, this section within the Bible, Reeh, mean to see, will not take a place in a spiritual way. It will take a place in a physical way, meaning my eyes, my vision will be better. But it's truly my vision make my life better. It's almost like to say that every building, that's my home. No, it's maybe my house. It's maybe the building where I sleep at. But to say it's my home means spirituality. Home means the soul level of consciousness. Home means the whole idea of connection to the real self, the real me that was created by God. So, to understand it a little bit better, I'm bringing you Sfat Emet on this week's parasha. And the Sfat Emet, he says something very, very important. He says, Ki bekol davar yesh nekudat chayut. Everything in life, there is a livelihood that make it alive. Meaning, even if you look at a stone, if you look at the diamond that you bought your wife, your girlfriend, or somebody you bought the jewelry to, there is chayut kedusha. There is a livelihood, a nekuda imtza'i. There is something there that it's alive. Yesh nekudat chayut michaye hachaim. Everything, whether it is physical or vegetables or whatever it is, there is always a nekuda. There is always a spark that make it alive. So what needed from us in this week? What is required by us? מאיש ישראל לעורר ולגלות הפנימיות שיש בכל דבר על ידי המצוות. Our job this week is, while we're doing the mitzvot, we need to know the purpose. What is the mitzvot? Mitzvot, one of them is to keep Shabbat, one of them is to put the tefillin, one of them is to eat kosher, drink wine that is only kosher wine. I mentioned 4 mitzvot right now. And the idea is to get into a point of why. I mean, does God have nothing else in his mind just to bother us to do more mitzvot? 613, that's a lot. What's the purpose? Because there is so many things in the universe that appear to be physical, but actually within the physical, under that curtain that we're supposed to discover, meaning remove the cover, there is a spark waiting for us to reveal that. But that spark needs a code. To break that code, you need a mitzvah. So every time you do the mitzvah, whatever you bless on the food, for example, when you're blessing over the food, borei minei mezonot, or שהכל נהיה בדברו, different blessing that you do, you are revealing a spark within that physicality. You cannot just relate to physicality. Yes, you can buy a beautiful house, a gorgeous home, but that home will be empty. It will not be home to you. It will be just a beautiful piece of existent. But it doesn't mean that your soul can exist within that building until you connect to the spark. The mitzvot themselves remove the layers. Why? Why only through mitzvah you can remove the layer? Well, if you read the word mitzvah, it's built from 4 letters. Mem, tzadik, vav and hey. The end of every mitzvah is vav and hey, like the yud k vav and hey. We know that in the name of God, you have vav and hey in the end, and you have yud k in the beginning. But if you take the mem and tzadik in a secret code, mystical code that called atbash, and hopefully my team on the video can show it to you, how atbash work. Aleph become taf, bet become shin. When we see that the mem and tzadik actually turning into, very good, yud and k. So the yud and k also exist within the mitzvah, but the mitzvah need a code and conscious of the human being to go ahead. When you do the mitzvah, I'm breaking through something so I can see. What about all those psychic and people who can see things and they channeling things? That's on a low level, it's good. It's called seeing things on the level of Malchut. That's not enough for us. We want to see things a little bit more than that. Meaning seeing things because you make a meditation or making an effort to see it, that's still through the nefesh, through the physicality part of the body, even it's more spiritual. So it's not enough to see the channeling, how you see it and what happened because of what you see before and after. Meaning before you do mitzvah, that's why you see it. After, how do you use what you see for the sake of others? That's a very important. So as far as it continue, שבכל מעשה נמצא ממצוות השם יתברך עשה או לא תעשה, וזה המצווה מקרב כל המעשים אליו יתברך. We know in the mitzvot, you have what you shouldn't be doing and what you should be doing. For example, don't steal, don't kill, don't get jealous from your brother who has a better wife than yours or something like that in the 10 Commandments. And the idea is, through those mitzvot, whatever you should be doing, the mitzvot, or don't do, you are slowly remove the layer so you can have connection to the divine. כי צריך כל אדם להאיר הנקודה, התמונה, וכולו הוא במאסר עד שיגבור אדם להאיר מהחשכה. A person have to feel, when you reveal those spark of light, as if the person is in prison, say, a father man is in prison, and he cannot see anything. That's why it's called Reeh. And then when you do the mitzvot, you start doing the mitzvot, you're not going to feel great right away. Because remember, you are dealing with peeling the physicality until you get to the real spark. For that reason, you are in the חשכה still. You're still in the darkness. ונקודה זו היא הברכה בעצמה אשר תשמעו כשמדבק עצמו בנקודה הנ"ל. So what it say, ראה אנוכי נותן בפניכם. The parashah start, look, I'm giving in front of you a blessing and a curse. הברכה בעצמה אשר תשמעו. What is the blessing? That you will be capable to listen. How are you going to be capable to listen? I know many people who cannot listen to anybody. I know people who telling them, don't smoke cigarette, it will kill you. It's written there and they will smoke. What make a person listen to the instruction which will be good for the individual? And there is other people who are not going to listen. What make the difference? Said to us the Sfat Emet, when you do that mitzvah, it's peeling the outside and allowing you see the inner meaning of everything. And of course you will listen. But you will not listen if somebody tell you, hey, don't eat cheeseburger. Because the Torah said don't mix meat and milk together. They will not listen to you. That's why in Tel Aviv, every other restaurant sell meat and cheese in Israel. Nobody gonna go ahead and keep kosher with cheese and meat, not mixing it, because they cannot listen to it. Why they cannot listen to it? You gotta do a mitzvah to understand the meaning. Oh, now you understand. There's an inner meaning. Well, the meat represents the animal you just killed. The milk represents the animal you want to basically rejuvenate with milk and allowing the calf to be alive. So here we talk about life. Here we talk about death. Two different vibrations. You mix them together. There is a fight in your body. Now they start fighting. Who am I? Alive or dead? What did I put inside my body? So when a person do a blessing, when a person connect the thing, can separate the negative from the positive and separate two different kind of energy. Then the person can see the blessing in everything. Okay? So everything in life has to be separated. So Sfat Emet also mentions Shabbat, for example, it's separate from the days of the week. To show you that doing Shabbat, you can do Birurim too. Just doing Shabbat, you can do it as well. So it's another thing about it. It's very, very important. Why sometimes people get hungry to a certain food? Because the parashah says, Ki yarchiv Hashem gevulecha. When Hashem going to make the gvulot, the border of your country a little bit bigger, and all of a sudden you have ta'ava, you have more lust for food, for money, okay? Now, Baal Shem Tov said, why there is ta'ava all of a sudden to food or to money? Lama? So we say like this, sometimes within that food that you desire so much to eat, there is a nitzotz. There is a spark of your soul, of your reincarnation soul, that you're supposed to discover it. Again, the whole parashah is about Reeh, to see. So there is in that food something. So if you're passing by, you are in Broadway and you want to eat something in New York, or you are in LA, in Pico, you are in Israel, in somewhere in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, or you are in Miami, wherever you are right now, you're about to eat kosher food, and you are kind of starving and you really want to eat that food, and you don't even know why. Most probably there's a spark of light from your soul that's calling you in, and by you doing the right blessing, the right mitzvah, you're revealing not the spark only that buried within the hummus or the falafel. You actually revealing a spark of your soul that was waiting maybe for thousands of years to be revealed. Don't skip that, okay? And that's what the Baal Shem Tov is helping us. כי הנקודה בדומם צומח וחי ובבית האסורים. That נקודה, that spark that is hidden within domem, within the minerals, within vegetables, within the animal that we're eating, those three items, okay? There is a spark that is being hidden there, like an asir, like a prisoner, bebet asurim, in prison, that we have to get him out. So you never know who is the soul that's been reincarnated there. Tell us the Sfat Emet. Very important understanding. You live your life a little bit different, because when you are living your life like this, you look at life a little bit different. So the idea, this is taking me to another book that's called Mahut Hadat Umatrata, that was put together by Rabbi Avraham Brandwein, the son of Admor Stratton, Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi Brandwein, and basically took the book Matan Torah, and he put a commentary on it. But the commentary is quite important as much as the Matan Torah. So you say Koach HaBirur, to understand Koach HaBirur. Koach HaBirur meaning how you basically do the sifting from the food, from different things. What is life about? And you say life is about Koach HaBirur, the secret of sifting between good to bad. וההתפתחות נמדדת לפי כוח הבירור. The development of a person you define only by koach habirur, only by the force of making the difference between good and bad. That's how you know the difference between development of human being. If a human being knows that this is bad and this is good, in front of you there is a person who's been developed. And if in front of you the person doesn't know the difference between good and bad, he's looking at them or she's looking at them as the same, that's mean they've not been מתפתח, they're not been developed yet. והסביר העניין, כדלת מפלגות, חלוקות המבחינים במין המדבר, among us, the human being, you have also 4 categories. המון עם, the general people, עשירים, rich people, גיבורים, strong people, חכמים, and wise people. So remember, the universe of humanity is built from המון עם, the generality of people, meaning just everybody, עשירים, rich, גיבורים, strong or brave, חכמים, and wise. והם שווים. And they are very much similar to the 4 categories that called דומם, mineral, צומח, vegetables, animals, and מדבר, and talking. And we need to understand that because this is kind of thing that we need to understand, and more we understand, we will understand more about what we are here to do. So if we're talking about the people, so the people who are the general people, what we call המון עם, אין כלל היכולת לברר בין מועיל למזיק או בין טוב לרע. What does that mean, the regular people? They're not capable to know the difference between good and bad, or something that will damage them, or that something will support them. ותלויים לגמרי על דעת אחרים. And they only depends on the opinion of others, the opinion of doctors, opinion of government, opinion of somebody else. ומונהגים לפי רצונם של בעלי המדרגות שמעליהם, and they're only being led by the people who are above them, שם צומח חי ומדבר. And the people above them are the vegetables kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the conversation kingdom, human being. Again, just to remind you, the four kingdom, the top is medaber, the lowest is domem, and domem is correlated to המון עם. המון עם is the generality of people. דרגת הצומח, the one level above them, שייך לאלה מחברים לרצון לקבל, is the people who have desire to receive already. כל הרצונם רק לתועלתם עצמם. And everything they want is only for themselves. That's the vegetable. רצון לקבל שלהם מתלבש צרכים חומרניים. And the way it's, they express their desire is חומריות, is with materialism. והמחשבות שלהם מהבירור, and the way the brain work, איך להתמלא מהבחינות הנמוכות של האדם, is how to fulfill themselves from the lowest thing. תאוות בהמיות, a beast, lust and desire, קניינים גשמיים, how to buy a physical building, עשירות, money, and etc. etc. What is the meaning here? Here the selfish express itself from money. So why they are higher than the other people? Because the other people don't have the ability to want even. They don't even have that desire. When you don't have a desire, you don't know how to shift, how to make the difference between good and bad, because you are kind of under other people. They do the filtering for you, and then you get what you get. So the vegetables kingdom will connect to rich people, and rich people, the way they make it in their life, they, through making the money, they choose between good and bad, but through the money eyes, through the physicality eyes. דרגת החי, the animal kingdom in human being, is also people who only care for themselves, but רק אצלם הרצון לקבל מתלבש. But through them, the רצון לקבל, the desire to receive, בצורת השגת כבוד. They looking for pride, and looking to be liked by other people. לכן משפיעים לחברה וכל מה שעושים כדי למנות את הצורך לכבוד. So whatever to do to society is to get כבוד, to get honor, to get respect. אמנם ודאי שההשפעה לזולת אפילו כדי למצוא חן בנבט, ומטרת כבוד נבחנה מדרגה עליונה. So why are there more than the people who are looking for money? Because even if you do it for the wrong reason, but you do it for society, it's better than not doing anything for society. So it's higher, מהרצון לקבל תאוות בהמיות. כי כאן לפחות היחס הוא לבני אדם בני מינו, כאן השגת הכבוד אינו כל כך גשמי כמו תאווה חומרנית. When you're looking for honor, when you're looking for pride, it is not as materialistic as looking for money. וגם כוח הבירור שלהם, איך למלא את צרכיהם, אינו רוצה לקבל לעצמם, מבחינות השוות לדרגת אדם, זו דרגת חי. And we call that level animal, because it's higher than vegetables. And you need to know, so, לכן בעלי הכבוד שכוח הבירור הוא לעצמם, לכן הם יותר מזיקים לזולת מאשר ההמון העמם. So those people can damage society more than the regular people that we spoke about in the first place. So in these two levels, vegetables and animal, which is money and honor or pride, okay? So basically they know how to make a difference between good and bad, and they care about themselves, and they're sometimes using the people for the money or using people for the pride. Even they look like they care about the people because they are the money people or the pride, they're doing it basically for themselves. So what do we gotta do? How do we do the birur? What is that we gotta do? Okay. If we look at the people, the simple people, הנלמד מדבריו, שרוב מניין הוא המון עם, most of the people are המון עם, the generality of people, of humanity, they're not been asked by them to do birur, to do a change, to do a sifting. We talk about before that with the food that we're doing. Same thing we're doing with society. So because they don't go through the egoism, the ego, merchandising, selling, losing, they're working for somebody. ועל פי שהמשכורות לכם באים כדי להטיב לכם, אנחנו רואים זה ישנה כאן מידת התפתחות. So through that, Those people will have to be developed through suffering. Through the suffering, if they want to stop suffering, the path of life will take them to that way. But we're talking about in that arena that you develop yourself, but not by choice. Universe, the life make you choose because of the pain. Yeah. When a person getting to the level of human being, the ultimate human being, okay, so I'm talking about the highest human being you can get, then you start feeling the zulat, then you start feeling the other people, and you start going away from just money and pride, okay, like in Shulchan Aruch, Ilchot Talmud Torah, or Barambam, Perek Gimel, Halacha Vav, and it says there like this, מי שנזר לברך כל מצווה זו קרא להיות מוכתר, וכתוב לא יעשה חטאתו לדברים אחרים, לעשות ולבוא שיקנה תורה עם ראש וכבוד אחד. The Rambam said to be careful that when you do mitzvot, when you do the Torah, don't try to turn it into business for yourself only. Yeah. Because only human being can live in past, present, and future in the same time. But you need to be careful that he will not use people for money or use people just to like him, because that's dangerous too, because then you're losing the whole point. And otherwise, if you are not leading the people right, you might fall also yourself into vegetables kingdom or animal kingdom. That's unfortunately, as Rav Aslak said. So from here we learn that our mission as a human being, besides sifting from one level to another in humanity, we are also have to get into places where we are understanding where we are. And you got to ask yourself today where you are. Are you part of the minerals? Meaning you don't care, you're basically oblivious, but you trust some leader or guru, and that's who you follow. Or you are from the second kind, which we call vegetables, that you do sifting by money, knowing what you lose, what you win. Some people only know that. If you lose money, it's a bad day. If you gain money, it's a good day. Or you are part of the animal kingdom, which is the animal kingdom is looking for kavod, looking for honor, looking for being special, looking for being unique. So you're stealing more people to follow you. You want to become a leader, so you're going to get the respect you need. So from the point of life, you seem like you're helping society, but from your point of individually, selfishly, it's all about you. Be careful, say Rav Aslak. And the fourth one, of course, is human being. And the human being are in the level of medaber. That level is the people who really care for society, really care, no agenda of the money or no agenda of the pride, really care. And that's called chachamim. And chachamim, you only can get to chokhmah through kin'ah, through jealousy. Why only through jealousy? We know that the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot say that there is one good jealousy. It's called kinat sofrin tarbe chokhmah. The way that you increase the wisdom within your mind is if you have jealousy. What type of jealousy? Jealousy for a person who's already achieved the level of human being, and truly understand all life, and you want to be like them. It doesn't mean you want them to be like you. You want you to be like them. That jealousy, tarbe chokhmah, it's a wisdom. So for understanding it more, I'm looking in Pirtei Midat HaNekiyut for Mesilat Yesharim, Perek Yud Aleph, in chapter 11. קנאה. הקנאה גם היא אינה לחיסרון ידיעה וסכלות. The קנאה is also a lacking of knowledge, and siklut is like stupidity. כי אין המקנא מרוויח כלום לעצמו, because if you're jealous you never gain anything. וגם לא מפסיד למי שהוא מתקנא בו. You also don't lose anything to somebody who jealous from you. אינו אלא מפסיד לעצמו, כמה כתוב שזכרתי, פוטו תמיד קנאה. יש בהסתכלות רבה כל כך, so jealousy just get you nowhere. So how can we say jealousy make you wise, right? עד שיראה לחברו איזה טובה, יתאשש בעצמו ידאג ליצר עד אפילו לטובות שבידו לא יענו. Jealousy in the wrong way can be so bad that you cannot even enjoy what you have. You look at what people have and you're saying to yourself, I don't enjoy my life. So you always suffer. That's why Mishlei says, רוקב עצמות קנאיו. It says that the reason the bones disintegrate in the grave is because of jealousy. אמנם, יש אחרים שאינם מצטערים כואבים כל כך, על פי שכנראה יש בעצמם איזה צער. Some people are not so sore, but they feel a little pain. ולפחות יתקרר רוחם בראותם אחד עולה איזה מעלה יתרה. They get bothered when somebody get more respect than them. אם לא יהיה מאוהבה ויותר דבקים אליו. If they don't love that person, כל שכן אותם אין לו אהבה רבה עמו, אם יהיה גר מארץ אחרת. And if they see somebody they don't even know, they get their job, they get their pride, they get their respect, it bothers them. ותראה שבפיהם אפשר שאמרו דברים כספכים מודים לטוב אותו. Sometimes they even compliment the person, but inside the heart they not. אך ליבם רפה בגרבם, but the heart is not fulfilled with the happiness of the other individual. ועוד דבר יראה על הרוב בבני האדם, כי אף על פי שלא יהיו בעלי קנאה ממש, אמנם לא ניקו ממנה לגמרי. Some people don't have jealousy totally, but they're still jealous. כל שכנים בעל אמונתו מצליח בה ושכבר כל אומן סני לחברה. זה בראשית רבה, you know, especially when person is doing special אומנות, special art, and another artist did it before, וכל שכנים מצליח בה יותר ממנו, if the artist did it better, ואומנם לא ידעו ולא הבנו כי אין אדם נוגע במוכן לחברו אפילו כמלוא נעימה. Unfortunately, they didn't read the מסכת יומא, עמוד ל"ח, that the קדוש ברוך הוא making sure that we're not touching the area of our friend, not even that little bit. והכל כאשר לכל מהשם הוא, כפי הצדו נפלא וחמדו ולדבר. If they only knew that it's all from God, they will never be sorry of whatever is happening. So it say, to remove that מידה מגונה, we have to remove that need for jealousy. ואז לא יהיה צער לאחד בטובת האחר. Then we will never feel sorry for another person. Like it's saying, יש Isaiah ושרה קנאת אפרים, the jealousy of Ephraim will be removed, וצורי יהודה יכרתו, אפרים לא יקנא את יהודה, it will be no more jealousy. הוא השלום, this is the peace, the peaceful of the מלאכי השרת, that everybody happy. That's why it said, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר. Everybody calling זה אל זה, everybody welcome the other angel to bless, to make the blessing. כולם יודעים את זה. So, the idea, when a person have חמדת ממון, when a person have lust or desire or cavity of mammon, of money, or jealousy of mammon, all day long, it's in Kohelet, אוהב כסף, לא ישבע כסף. Somebody who love money never gets satiated with money. יהיה מסירה אותו מן העבודה, that's what push people away from the prey, from spirituality. Some people go over the seas to get the money. And there is another kind of jealousy from pride, like we spoke before. There is two types, remember. The money is the vegetables, the pride is the animal kingdom. אך הכבוד הוא הדוחק. Sometimes there is כבוד, it's all about pride. When he feels that his friend get more respect than him. Like it's in Sanhedrin, Kuvbet, about Yerovam ben Nevat, that Hashem told him, listen, you, me, and King David will walk together בגן עדן. אמר לו מי בראש? מסכת סנהדרין, ירבעם בן נבט, who is in the head? זה בן ישי, say David is in the head. אמר לו אי האכילה בעינה, מי גרם לקורח שיעבוד על כל הדברים, בני הכבוד. So he was not happy, ירבעם. Lost everything because of pride. קורח lost everything with pride. המרגלים, the spy, lost everything because of the pride. The non-stop pride, שאול המלך pride. The pride itself is one of the worst thing, according to the Ramchal, the jealousy of pride, the jealousy of money can get you nowhere. So how can we say that jealousy is the one tool to have sifting between good and bad? Because if you look at people that made it, let's say if I meet a person who's mastered Tikkunei Hazor and mastered the Kabbalah in the best way, of course I'm going to get jealous, but it's not a jealousy, negative jealousy. It's a jealousy because I want to do Reeh. I want to remove the layers and find out within them what's the secret that they achieve that high level. What is it they are doing or behaving differently that they get to that level? That's really what this week is all about. To find out, can you be jealous in a balanced way from people who are higher than you with money, with pride, or with helping humanity in a better way than you? And can you look up to them and say, I gotta be like that? That jealousy will get you to a human being. But if you're only jealous because of the money or the pride they're getting, that jealousy will not get you far. It will get you to the animal kingdom or vegetables kingdom. I want to wish all of you a wonderful week. And may God will help us, to be prepared for the month of Elul, the month of Tshuva, so we will be able to get the jealousy in the right direction this week. All the best, and thank you for listening.